So this week we had the return to the Premier League, and on Monday night we saw Liverpool travel to the Olympic Stadium to face West Ham. The game finished 1-1, which saw the lead on Man City narrowed just down to 3 points, which makes the title race a whole lot more interesting. But the officials in this game had an absolute shocker, and this is as bad as it gets in Premier League. I'm really not quite sure what the linesman was doing for the first goal. You can see that he's about 2 yards away from play, and somehow he's just looking straight at the ball and misses the fact that Milner is about a good yard offside. Obviously, if you watch the game, you know Milner turned around, whipped the ball in, and Mane managed to take the lead. It didn't get much better for his partner at the other end of the pitch, who somehow managed to miss the fact that Origi was about a yard offside as well, while was being bang on in line for him, which was probably worse than the last decision. The other guy wasn't even looking, but this guy clearly saw that he was onside. He went through, but somehow managed to miss a shot, and Liverpool actually drew the game 1-1. So they've dropped points in their last 2 games now, so the title race is getting a lot more interesting. Klopp blamed the officials after the game, despite the fact that he was doing their best to help him win it. In another Premier League game, Wolves travelled to Liverpool's rivals Everton in a clash in the Premier League that saw Wolves win the game 3-1. The game was interrupted by a black cat deciding he wanted to run around the pitch for 3 minutes. It probably did more than most of the Everton team in that game. I really don't know what's wrong with Everton. They've literally just fallen to pieces. And as a Wolves fan, I'm getting a bit excited now because we're getting a bit closer to Europe. So yeah, hopefully we manage to hang on to that. So going back to the title race, Arsenal took on Man City at the Etihad on the Sunday afternoon kicking off, trying to cause an upset. If you had Leroy Sané in your fantasy football team like me, and he was my captain and didn't actually play a single minute of the match, hopefully he picks something up against Everton, and that'll be alright. But if you had Aguero on the other hand, you're absolutely laughing because he managed to score a hat-trick, another one in the Premier League, so he's only 1 away from Alan Shearer's record now. And one of them was a bit dubious. It could have been handball, but Arsenal were absolutely dreadful in this game. They managed to get the goal back, but even after that it was just absolutely shocking. Look at the state of Mustafi's I want to say defending, but it was far from it. He's just so far behind the rest of the Arsenal players, and to be honest, City deserved their win. They absolutely battered them for the game. They probably could have scored more than what they did. Like I said, the title race is getting a lot more interesting now. Man City and Liverpool only 3 points apart. Tottenham are still sort of up there. I don't know if they'll be able to keep up because of missing Kane and Ali. You never know, they might be able to keep going and just get into it towards the end. But it's definitely going to be an interesting one with 13 games left to go. Other than that, not really much happened in the Premier League. Chelsea managed to batter Huddersfield, so the race for top 4 is getting interesting now with United win away at Leicester. Down the bottom of the league, like I said, Huddersfield got battered. They're 100% going down. They're on 11 points, and they've absolutely got no hope of staying up. Cardiff won again, so they'll be hoping they can get out of the relegation zone. And like I said, other than that, not really much happened. So I'll leave you with this video of Neil Warnock before his interview, telling Lineker to shove it basically, and you can listen to that. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and obviously subscribe if you are new around here.
Tell Gary Lineker to fuck off. Oh, you got that on camera? I don't know where. No, it's all right. He calls me Colin. Can I say Colin here? You don't know what Colin is? I do know what, right. But I'm concerned. No.